Hey YouTube, Logan from Carlisle Spray Foam, rocking my Huntsman Building Solutions hoodie. That's where we get our Demlock from. They bought Demlock. But today, I'm here to give you a little more than a year-long review of the Carlisle ST1. Got this one. Got this one. And then we got one more in the soaker. But all I can say is what an absolute workhorse of a gun. All we spray is interior, new construction or remodels, crawl spaces, attics. So nothing really wide open where you just pull the trigger down and hold it for an entire day. Like, we don't do roofing or coatings or anything like that. So it's I would say probably what the average foam contractor does. Well, we don't do a lot of commercial work, but basically residential, new builds, remodels, that type. But this video, I'm going to give you a review on this gun, and also going to kind of learn with you, because I've never had to pop the air side open yet with any of these guns. That's in a year, and we got it in November. Year and 3 months, so a year and a quarter. Haven't had to open up any of these. The weird thing actually is this one's our brand new gun. We've been using it for about a month. I just popped it off the hose because it's been really, really loud. I think one of these spool valve O-rings in here is broken. So I'm going to grab a tool. Probably just use some channel locks for this. Because I don't feel like finding the right wrench. Well, how little we have to open it, I don't think I really have to be in here too much. Got these pliers. They worked well on our Fusion. Let's see if it works on this. Maybe not. Maybe we'll find the right wrench. Or a bigger pair of channel locks. There we go. They tighten those in the factory, that's for sure. Got a little tighter, that's kind of strange. Oh, ooh, almost lost it down a hole. Here's a little trigger spring. Same as the Fusion by the looks of it. Pop that trigger back. Screwdriver. Flathead, stick it in there. And then what I do is I put it on the actual spool valve, just pull the trigger down. That pops it back most of the way. It's hot in this rig. Grab the pick, push it a little bit further, just one of these guys. So now, that spool valve, get the strap out of the way, is sticking out a little bit. And I'm going to gently grab onto that, work it out. Here we have the spool valve. This is where I think my problem's coming from. Frankly, see anything wrong with these O-rings. I'll replace them anyways. We have a ton of them because we haven't really been going through them. I haven't really been going through any O-rings with this gun. So back to the review side of things. So with these three guns, I think I've only done a full rebuild where I had to replace every O-ring just because they swelled up in the soaker or something. One time, one full rebuild, and then other than that, it's been a check valve O-ring split and started leaking. One time a side seal broke and started misting up the front. But other than that, what I do is I just pop it all apart, throw it all in the soaker. The O-rings for the most part don't swell up in the soaker. These are the straight from Carlisle O-rings, so they're the better ones. I'm sure you can find cheaper ones that you throw in the soaker and they swell up, you take them off, throw them out, put them on the gun because they're cheap and you don't care about them really, because mean, what's 5 cents per O-ring on a gun when it makes you thousands and thousands of dollars? That's what we used to do with the Fusion, but these O-rings, they last forever, it seems like. You throw them in the soaker. I think I've gotten 2 soaks on one gun out of the O-rings. And then I just take them off, air wand it off, slap it all back together, sand the mixing chamber down, and it's good to go. So, like I said, it's been a year and a quarter. We've got 3 guns, had to completely rebuild one gun once, and then other than that, it's just been every 3 months or so, 2-3 months, we'll pop it apart, throw it in the soaker, the next day put it back together, and it's back up and running. But in the meantime, we just put a new gun on the hose and we get another 3 months. So really, I haven't really been in these guns much, but luckily they're simple. You've seen my video. Well, I have a video of the breakdown procedure, my shutdown procedure. I've got a video of that. I'm going to replace these 3 O-rings, pop it back in the gun, and we'll be good to go. No reason for me to keep you on for that, but yeah. So like I said, the strap, I'm not really sold on the straps, because anytime you set the gun down to grab your drill bit or to wipe your mask off, or if you set it down to move around in a crawl space, when it's sitting on the ground like this, it kind of makes the pain in the butt to, like, if it's sitting like this, you gotta kind of like work it in. I don't know, I'm not really sold. I cut one of the straps off one of ours to see if I liked it better or worse. Either way is fine. I think it's a good idea, but what I would recommend is taping the extra Velcro, or taping around where you Velcro, because right now, I mean, this one's kind of shot. It fits my hand, but someone with a bigger, beefier hand than me needs to use it, or someone with a smaller hand needs to Velcro tighter. They're kind of screwed. But I love the gun. We'll never go back to the Fusion AP. The only other gun that I hear on Spray From Worldwide that people talk about frequently is the Fusion CS, because that keeps your tip drilled out a lot, or you don't have to drill out your tip hardly at all with that fluid constantly going out of there. But I think I trigger too much to really use that gun. I'd be going through those tubes of CS like crazy. Just an extra expense that I don't really want to deal with. The only thing that I do recommend on this gun is this tip right here tends to get a lot of buildup on it. Basically, as soon, like right away almost, it gets a buildup. It doesn't really affect the pattern until, I don't know, 10-20 minutes. You might need to flick the flick the tip off. So what I always do is I make sure I'm religious about keeping this tip sprayed with some Let Loose or Chemtrend, whatever you use. So yeah, that's my, it was going to be a 1-year review, but November came and went and I forgot about it, and here we are, a year and a quarter later, still using the gun, loving it. It's actually increased my production a ton, because I don't get as tired as frequently. The next day I'm not sore, like my wrist isn't sore. A good day was like about a set a day in 8 hours. That's about average for the average sprayer. But now, I mean, I'm putting in a set in 6 hours. A set and a half isn't really that big of a deal in a day. A long day, 10 hours probably, I think I could put in 2 sets if if it's the right job. So yeah, and another thing I heard on Spray From Worldwide is this little screw right here. I guess you want to make sure that that's tight. And actually, as you can see, mine is loose. Where did I put that now? Oh, right in front of me. It appears that mine might be a little bit loose. So you just take your nut driver, just like everything else. Everything is this 5/16 nut driver. It's freaking sweet. There we go. Just, you don't want to over tighten it, because then you won't be able to really pull the trigger very well. Oh, I got the spool valve out. So yeah, I'm gonna replace those spool valve O-rings. Great gun. I'd recommend it. Black Friday, they got great deals on it from Robin Pence at Intech. Is who we go through. Give them a call. They've been great. We basically just got on the list. They shipped it out a few days after Black Friday, once they got more in stock or whatever it was, and now we got 4 of them. So, oh yeah, that's right, we got the 3 in here, and then we got 1 on our box truck rig. So yeah, I'd recommend it. I mean, I know all sprayers are different, so that people might disagree, but if you use it, let me know in the comments if you like it. But yeah, so that's our review, and hope you enjoyed it. Like it and subscribe if you did.